The Girl with Flowers. She was just a little girl when her life changed. Her name was Alina. She lost her parents in a car accident when she was only 6. After that, she lived with her aunt for some time. But her aunt was always busy and did not talk much. Alina missed love, hugs and soft words. Alina often sat alone by the window. She watched people walk by. She did not cry in front of anyone, but her heart was sad. At night, she hugged her teddy bear and tried to sleep. The house was cold. The silence was loud. Every small sound made her jump. As the years passed, Alina learned to take care of herself. She went to school, cleaned her room, and made her own food. It was not easy, but she was strong. Sometimes she felt lonely. Sometimes she got angry. But slowly, she learned to be patient. She learned to wait for better days. One day, she saw a woman selling flowers on the street. The flowers were colourful and full of life. Alina smiled for the first time in days. Something inside her felt warm. That night she dreamed of a garden full of flowers. She felt peace. The dream stayed in her heart. That was the beginning of something new. She did not know it yet, but flowers would soon become her whole world. Alina finished school and started looking for a job. She tried working in a store. She worked in a small cafe too. But nothing felt right. The jobs were boring. The people were not kind. She still felt alone, even in busy places. Her heart needed something more. One morning she walked past a flower shop. The smell of roses and fresh leaves filled the air. The shop window was full of colours, red, pink, yellow and white. Alina stood there for a long time. An old woman came out of the shop and smiled at her. "Do you like flowers?" the woman asked. "Yes," Alina said, "when they'd make me feel calm." The woman's name was Mara. She owned the flower shop. She needed help, and Alina needed something to do. So Alina started working with her. At first she was shy and quiet. But as the days went by, she began to smile more. She learned how to clean flowers, cut the stems, and make small bouquets. She learned the names of each flower: lily, daisy, tulip, sunflower. Each flower had a story. Each petal had a feeling. Her hands moved with care. Her heart slowly opened. The flower shop was quiet and peaceful. Soft music played in the background. Customers came in with warm smiles. Alina felt safe there. She wasn't alone anymore. The flowers were like friends. They didn't talk, but they helped her feel happy. This was the beginning of her healing. Months passed. Alina became better at her job. She made big flower bouquets for weddings. She made small ones for birthdays. She even made flowers for sad days, like when someone lost a loved one. She learned how flowers could speak without words. Alina still remembered her past. Sometimes at night she cried a little. She missed her parents. She missed having a home full of love. But she also knew she was stronger now. She could cook her own food. She could take care of herself. She didn't feel weak anymore. Mara, the old woman, became like a mother to her. She taught Alina many things, not just about flowers. She taught her to be kind, to be patient, to listen. Mara never raised her voice. She always spoke gently. Elena liked that. It felt warm. One day, a little girl came into the shop. She was holding a broken flower. She said, "Can you fix it?" Elena smiled and said, "I will try." She took the flower and gave the girl a new one. The girl smiled and ran out. Elena felt something soft in her heart. That day, she looked around the shop and thought, "This is my place. This is where I belong." She didn't feel lost anymore. The past still hurt, but the present was beautiful, and that was enough for her. Flowers had changed her life. One rainy evening, Elena sat by the window. She watched the raindrops fall on the glass. The shop was quiet. No customers came that day. But Elena didn't mind. She liked the sound of rain. It made her feel calm. She began to think about her old self. She remembered how angry she used to get. Small things made her upset. She would shout or cry for no big reason. But now she was different. She had learned how to be calm. She had learned how to wait. Time had taught her many lessons. Elena thought about the mistakes she had made. She had pushed people away. She had said things she didn't mean, but she didn't hate herself for it. She was learning. People make mistakes, and that's okay. What matters is to keep trying. Mara came in with 2 cups of tea. They sat together in silence. No words were needed. The shop was full of flowers and peace. Elena smiled and felt warm inside. The rain stopped. A small rainbow appeared in the sky. Elena looked at it and whispered, "Thank you." She didn't know who she was thanking. Maybe life, maybe herself. But she was grateful, truly grateful. One day, a little girl came into the flower shop. She had big eyes and messy hair. She looked sad and shy. Elena bent down and smiled at her. "Hi there," she said softly. "Oh, do you like flowers?" The little girl nodded. She pointed to a pink rose. "It's for my mom," she said. "She is sick." Elena's heart became heavy. She knew that feeling. She had seen pain before. She had lived with loss. But she also knew how flowers could help. Elena picked the nicest pink rose and wrapped it gently. "This one is special," she told the girl. "In it springs love and hope." The girl smiled for the first time. Her eyes shined with light. She held the rose like it was magic. After the girl left, Elena sat quietly. Her eyes filled with tears. But they were not sad tears. They were soft, kind tears. She felt something grow inside her. It was peace. She looked around her shop. So many colours, so many smells. Each flower had a story. Each one gave joy. And she was a part of that. Elena was not just a flower seller. She was a healer in her own way. With every rose, with every smile, she gave a little love to the world. Years passed, and Elena's flower shop became a small light in the town. People came not just to buy flowers, but to feel calm, to smile, and to talk to Elena. They said her shop felt warm, like home. Elena still lived alone, but she was not lonely. She had her flowers, her little world of colours and peace. She had learned how to live with her past. She didn't forget the pain, but she didn't let it control her life. Her heart was soft but strong. Sometimes she would sit by the window with tea in her hands. She would watch the street, the people, the sky. She had learned to love the quiet. She had made peace with her story. One afternoon, the same little girl from years ago came back. She was taller now, with bright eyes and a confident smile. She walked into the shop and hugged Alina tightly. "Oh, my mum got better," she said. "And I never forgot you." Alina's eyes filled with tears. She held the girl close and whispered, "I never forgot you either." At that moment, Alina knew something important. Her life, with all its hard moments, had meaning. She had touched someone's heart. She had shared love. That was enough. And as the sun set behind the shop, the flowers seemed to shine a little brighter.